Hey guys, welcome back to Factory Town Tycoon on Roblox. Today I'm going to show you how to do a simple frame setup. Now with this setup, with the frames, you are going to need a carpenter, a saw, and a source of trees. Now when you first enter the game, you start with a starter level axe. And I don't have one, so I'm just going to pull out my axe. Now with the axe, it's obviously an axe. Now, each axe you get does different damage. I have, I believe, the second level axe, which I'm going to head to the shop now. Ignore everything on my plot. That is for future videos and content. I'll try to ignore it for my best ability. Now, with the wagons, as you launch the game, in the beginning of it, if you look at your messages, it says to get horses, go to plot and pop and panel button inside the panel's menu after you take a plot, which I'll show you that once I show you the shop. Now, with many locations on the map, there are many different things, and still continuously updating every day. If I can actually drive this wagon right. Now, one part is right down there where you see the shops. Well, buy areas. That's where you can buy some materials, such as metal frames, which I'll show you in a future video, motors, drill heads, leak. Right here you can sell planks to your left. In the middle you can sell pillars, and on the right you can sell logs. Now, with being a starter in the game, just beginning, all you have is the starter axe, no money at all. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your axe, cut down the trees, and you're going to sell either the logs, pillars, or planks. I recommend the planks, but in order to get planks, you have to cut them with a saw, which I'll show you later. Now with logs, you just cut the tree down, and you cut it again to get logs. Now if you go through the tutorial, which I can't because I've already done it, it'll tell you to create fire logs. To create fire logs, you must cut the log and cut it again to get fire logs, and I passed it because I was talking. Now here's the shop, and here's some sell areas where you can sell other things. Now I'm going to head to the metal frames. Not the metal frames. Now here's where you can sell wooden frames. The need, I believe, is 15. The server just got up and running, so it's going to take a second to get up there. But you can sell each frame for $42. Now that is a good price, but with using wooden frames, you can build with every material except for one item, as far as I know. Now we're going to head out of here. We're going to head into the shop. Now in the shop you have 9 different items. I'm going to start with the axes. So as the prices rise from $250 to $1,000 to $2,500, the damage gets more and you have better durability. Now as the durability goes down, you can repair it with money. So I'll show you after this. Now I have a level 1 axe, which is $250. Back then I could buy the level 3 axe, but I did not have to because I had an auto harvester, which goes with the raised farm beds, which I showed in the last video. Now we're going to go to the shovels. You don't start out with a shovel or a pickaxe. When you first start, you start with a wrench and an axe. What the wrench does is on your plot, you can either pack it into a box, which I'll show you a packed box, and then you can either move it. Now whenever you do moving, you have to move it at least 30 studs away from its current position. Now, if you don't know what studs are, it's one stud is equal to a quarter-inch, I believe. Now, with the shovels, there's level 1, 2, and 3, which is, I can't read those prices, 250, 500, and 1,000. What shovels do is you can get sand, I believe that's it, which the sand is on the shoreline, which is, if you saw the intro, if you saw the boat, you would have saw a sand pile with a shovel floating above it. And with the items showing above it is the item that you're going to need to use to get that material. Now, with pickaxes, you have levels 500, 2,000, and 5,000. Now, what the pickaxes do is mine stone, iron, copper. I believe there's one more. Now, with the pickaxes and shovels, and that's it, there's a durability on the item that you are currently getting an item material out of. Now, the higher the level of the tool you're using, such as a shovel, if you use the level 3 shovel, you get 1 sand every other hit, but it brings the durability of that sand pile down 3 times faster. Which I would recommend the level 2, which does, I believe, every other 3 or 4, but it takes the durability down twice as fast. So it's not as bad, but you get materials a lot faster. With the pickaxes, same thing. I would recommend probably level 3 or 2. Level 3 is good, but it's quite pricey for the new players, which after playing the game for a while, I still only have the level 1 pickaxe. So I didn't really do much mining. So I stick with a different type of item to sell, which I'll explain in later videos. Now let's head out of here. Let's get into our wagon. Now all these stores that you see right here, stores, buildings, right now they do nothing. There's nothing inside to do. You can look in them. You can play hide and seek with friends, but there's nothing to do inside of them. Nothing to buy or anything. Now let's go over here to the, I never know what this building is called. Okay, we'll just call it the blacksmith building. So axe repair. As you can read it, I have 3.9 damage durability. Now if I repair it, which I don't think I can. There we go. Now you see it went back up to 4, and my money went down. I don't know how much it went down. So yeah. Now over here, with making frames, you need 4 nails and 4 planks. Now you can buy 10 nails for $30. And if you look at the statistics, if you buy 2 packs of nails, that's 20 nails. And if you get 20 planks, that's 5 frames, and you can sell for $48 per piece. You theoretically spent $60, and you got $150 worth of wood frames. Any item you make inside the game, you're going to make a profit off of, no matter what. So let's head back to my plot. But one sec. Over here, when the tutorial shows you, you can sell 50 total fire logs for $14. Now, in order to get fire logs, like I explained, you cut down the tree, such as that. The tree will fall, you cut it one more time, you get logs. Now, you cut those logs, and you get firewood, which you can sell right here. But firewood, in the game, later in the game, has multiple uses within the game. which further in the game, I would recommend having a source of fire logs, which I currently do not, but I will soon. Which once I get done making my setup for the new update, I will leak that. So let's head back to the plot. Where is it? It's right there. Ignore anything on the plot. Head straight to the back. Turn straight to the back. No. There we go. Right here should be good. Now as you can see here, I'm going to show you, you have the sand pile with a shovel floating above it. That means you need a shovel in order to get this material, which is called sand. As you can tell, it says 150. That's the durability of that sand pile. And as it goes down, it does recover over time. I do not know the recovery rate. So once I do, I will put that in the comments below. Can't leave nothing. Now, in order to make wood frames, you need a carpenter. So let's go grab a carpenter. I have to take one for my setup this time. I'll find it without leaking anything. Let's grab it. Go here. Can't leak nothing. Settings, carpenter, pack. Oh, oof. It's, what's in it? Subject that. Leak nothing. Now we have the carpenter. Now let's set the carpenter up, just back here in the corner. Any way you want. I'm just going to build it because I can. Now, as you can see, the output is facing towards me. That means whatever it makes, we're heading towards where I'm standing. Now, if I go on the other side, it'll be going out the other way. Now, up here, you can see a pointer clicking. Now, if I click on that, you click. Oh, they updated. You can see times. That is very nice. I did not see that coming. So now, as you can see, it takes 20 seconds to make a wood frame. That's very helpful now. Okay, so with all these items you can make in the carpenter, we're going to be making wood frames. As you can tell, all these items require a wooden frame. That's why a wooden frame is the most needed object in the game. Let me click wood frame. Now, with new players, what they do is they set up a saw next to a carpenter, then another saw where they have the planks go directly in, and they set the nails on top of the saws too. But the saws only activate when cutting wood, so you don't have to worry about nothing getting damaged or none of that. Now, I'm not going to do that for this video, but I'm just going to show you a simple design or unique style you can use on your base. So I believe I have two saws. Yes, I do. Okay. So now, with this, what we have here, I'm going to go get some more items without leaking anything. Try to pack it. Not pack it. There we go. Over here. Eject that. Let's take this. Now this is an electric saw. This is another important item in the game. Zoom out for this. I dropped the item? Go back up. Is that lined up? Yes, it is. Now, when you cut wood, it's going to go down to a pillar, then it's going to go through. Now, with the items that you're making, so say we're making wooden frames and it needs planks, and you send a pillar through it, the pillar will go straight through because the carpenter does not need that item. Now we're going to go get a second saw. Never mind, I don't have one. We'll just say this is one saw. 2 saws. Okay, so now with this design, you're going to have another carpenter on the other side and another saw on the other side. Then you're going to have corners on the other side, which I'm going to have for you. This corners, yes it is. Go ahead, I'm going to show you the move. Now you can see that I say this is about 50 studs. But when you move an item, there's a move time limit, which as you go rank up, such as there's different ranks. So let me comment in the video. Now you can tell I have the YG and my name's Golden. That's because the G stands for that I'm in the Factory Town Tycoon group. The Y stands for that I'm a YouTuber or a streamer, which I'm doing right now. The gold, I exactly don't remember, but someone will probably comment that, or I will. So we're going to take these corners, line it up, and that's not lined up. Now with this game, you can make multiple errors with building a design. But as you learn over time, you can see the errors before it happens. Is it rare? Yes. Now with most Roblox games, sort of like this as in building, there is many games with trial and error. Which means if you mess up, you have to redesign and everything. I'm very used to it because I like games like this where there's trial and error, but you learn as you mess up. There we go. Now right here you just have the same design, just backwards, to where you have the saw here and the carpenter here. Now you're gonna have a sorter picking off anywhere. I would probably say off the corner is to where it picks up the wooden frames, so it takes it off the conveyor so it does not get jammed. Now while making wooden frames, it is rare that it does get jammed, but also with the capacity of the carpenter, it can only hold 10 items. So such as the planks, it can only hold 10 planks. 10 pillars, 10 logs. Now, about fire logs. Every stack of fire logs consists of 6 fire logs. So you can fit 60 fire logs inside of a carpenter. That's because each stack is considered one item, but the quality of it is 6. No, quantity of it is 6. Such as nails. The quantity of that is 10, so you can hold 100 nails inside of a carpenter. Now, many people get confused about this because they say, why can they hold 10 planks, but why can they hold more nails than planks? Same with another item and tool that will be on your plot, which I'm not going to say until a future video. So, here's the simple design. You're going to have 4 corners, 2 saws, 2 carpenters, and 1 sorter. Now the sorter can go to anything. It can go to a barrel like I have right in front of me, which holds my corners because I have a lot of them from many trial and error designs. As you can see, my mini barrels without showing off much. Yep. And my farms from the last video. Now with that design, I did make a flaw in that, and I already tore it down. But I am going to say it now. The conveyor coming from the auto harvester to the T-joint was not good because the logs were still coming out as a horizontal as the conveyor was vertical. So what I did was I rotated the conveyor from the auto harvester to the T-joint, made it horizontal with the logs, or parallel with the logs, had it go the other way into a corner, then have the corner go into a T-joint, which all I did with that was I switched the T-joint and the spacer around to where I still have the same spacing, so I didn't have to change none of that, and it fit perfect. So then everything is working good. It did not get jammed because of the spacer, which what the spacer does is it spaces out items based on your input. So you can change it anywhere from 1, as far as I know, it goes up to 10. I don't know anywhere above that because I've never gone above that. So with the simple frame design, you can have this going and going while you're mining new, well, chopping down some new planks while this system is still rotating while making frames, then you can go sell it. Now, if you're a starter in the game, I would do this. Leaks. I'm just used to grabbing the wrench out of the inventory. Up. The lining up on this game is kind of odd. Move it so that looks like more than 50 studs. Up. There we go. Now we're going to add in the corners. There we go. Here's a smaller design, which works a little less efficient. There's a more higher risk of it getting jammed because of the length of it, but it still creates frames quickly and efficiently still, which is great because you're still making a profit no matter what. And I see a new update that they added. In my last video, you could tell that they would see this little ledge right here in the corner. They did not have that in the last game. All they had was a straight up piece. But now they had it a piece to where if a piece is too big, it will not allow it to move, or either it can reposition itself by the force of the conveyor pushing it, causing it to fall down or rotate in a way, which is another good idea. All the ideas in this game were created by other players of the game, which I'll include the official Discord channel for that and the official game group, which I don't know if there's any chat on there on Roblox, but there is a lot of chat on the Discord, where you can get ideas from many people that have played this game longer than me, people who have more money than me, which money doesn't mean everything. So that looks like it's it for this video. So I hope you liked it. Subscribe. In the next video, will be about tables and benches. So good luck and goodbye.